Hello, all of you. Welcome. Good morning. It is with a great deal of joy that we start the second seminar on political cryptography and fundamental rights, an event hosted by the IP.rec, the Institute of Technology Research of Recife, with the support of the Internet Society, the Brazilian chapter, and the Direitos da Rede Coalition, an articulation of dozens of Brazilian uh, groups that are committed with the digital rights in Brazil. This event is also part of the Crypto August, an action articulated with the objective of expanding the awareness of the Brazilian people with regards to the importance of cryptography. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm André Ramiro. I'm one of the director of IP.rec, and I'll have the pleasure of leading this morning session of the seminar. Quite briefly, before we start the presentations, I just want to say that we are very happy with the hosting of this event. We were able to bring to this very moment of reflection, of discussion, some of the main names in Brazil and in other countries of different sectors in the attempt of exploring and maturing or multi-sectorial understanding on the cryptography policies in Brazil, as well as in other regions in the world, and how they relate with themselves and how they relate with the network security ecosystem, and also with regards to the rights of users, as well as this trust that we have on the connected platforms and the experience, the internet experience as a whole. Quite briefly, before we start, and first to start the works, I'd like to just show the panelist composition and the agenda that we have in the morning and in the afternoon of this event. And right after that, we'll have the lecture, the keynote speech of Niti Biani, Policy and Advocacy Manager of the Internet Society based on India. And right after that, we'll have the first panel, called The International Landscape, the Geopolitics of the policy. We'll have Kazim and Mallory Nodal of the Center for Democracy and Technology of the United States, Patrick Bryan, member of the European Parliament by the Pirate Party, and Isabella Magueiro, the Executive Director of Dawn Project. And on the second floor in the afternoon, starting at 2, we'll have the second panel, which would be a roundtable called National Challenges, Cryptography, Data Protection, and Penal Process, where we'll have Ana Bárbara Gomes of the Reference Institute of Internet Society, and Vilar, and an expert, and a criminal expert, Karen Maxi, that was represent Zoom platform, and Paulo Rina from the Beta Institute, the Internet Democracy Institute. In the second moment, we'll have our IP.rec chairperson, and Raquel. And well, each one will be half an hour after the presentations for the questions of the audience to the panelists. And before passing the floor to Niti, just a quick announcements. We'll have interpretation. The interpretation has already started, so you can choose to follow the presentations both in Portuguese or in English. And besides that, we are also being broadcasted. We're being streamed on the networks of the Internet Society. So if you know someone who are not able to register on time to be here on Zoom, they can just log on to the Internet Society, and we have a Q&A box in this platform. Should you want to ask anything or any comments for the panelists to be addressed in the interaction phase. So that's that. I wish you all a great event. And I pass the floor now on to Niti. Niti, welcome this morning.